Hi there and welcome to video number 10. This video is on multiplying and dividing numbers ending in zeros. Now this is a tricky little topic, grade 2 one, and yes, we've got a method again. So the method is more of an example method, exemplar method, and I've given you this first example. To multiply by 40, we would multiply by 4 and then move the decimal point one space to the right. Okay, so this is kind of following on from the video where we were multiplying by powers of 10, and that's why I've got the keyword there as multiplying by powers of 10, or dividing as well. So in the second example, I've given you to divide by 300. We first of all divide by 3 and then move the decimal point 2 spaces to the left. We've got the 2 zeros on this number, so that's why we've moved 2 spaces. Okay, and the same follows for thousands. If we're multiplying by 1,000, we're moving it 3 spaces to the right. If we're dividing by 1,000, we're moving it 3 spaces to the left, etc. So in question 1, we've got to multiply 24 by 3 different things. The first thing we've got to do is multiply by 30. So I'm going to first of all ignore the fact it's a 30. I'm going to multiply by 3. So 24 multiplied by 3 is equal to 72. And we pop our 72 here. And remember that we've got to multiply by a power of 10, or the 10 to the power of 1, which is just 10. So we just pop a 0 on to the end of our answer. In part B, we've got 24 and we've got to multiply it by 5. Now that's 120. Now you can do that quickly by doing 24 times 10, which is 240, and then halving the answer. All right, it's quite a nice thing to do. So you take the 120, you pop that there, and then you go, oh look, I've got 2 zeros I need to pop on the end, because I ignored them and now I'm remembering them. Okay, and then in the third question, part C, we've got 24 and we've got to multiply it by 4, and that's 96. And we take the 96 and we pop on 3 zeros because we have to move it, the decimal place 3 spaces to the right, and it's an invisible one because we don't need it to write it because it's a whole number. And yeah, we get the answer. Okay, now in the question 2, I've given you, you ought to divide this large number here, 9,600, by 3 different things. So I'm going to take the 9600, going to divide by 2. Okay, ignore the fact it's a 20. And we can half the 9,000 and we can half the 600 and add the answers together there. If that's something that you're alright doing in your head, you can use the bus stop method if you want to. It's up to you. I'm just going to go through and think about what the bus stop method is just in my head. I'm not going to write it out. So 2 goes into 9. It goes into that 4 times with 1 left over. So 2 goes into 16 8 times. All right, and then we've got those 2 zeros there that we need on there. So there's our first calculation done. We've halved 9,600 and got 4,800. So we're going to pop that there for 800. But remember, we have to move the decimal place back 1 space. So the decimal point will pop in between the 2 zeros that we've got there. So I'm just going to get rid of that second one because it has no value, and that is our answer, 480. In B, we've got 9,600 and we have to divide by 5. And if we divide by 5 again, I'm just going to use the bus stop method in my head. So 5 goes into 9 once with 4 left over. So we're going 46 here. 9 goes into 46 9 times with 1 left over, and then it goes into 10 twice and then into 0 no time. So we've got our answer there. Again, you could write out the bus stop method here. I mean, it's no, I'm just doing it a bit quicker without that. If you need to watch a bus stop video, I've made one of those, and you can watch that on the channel in the number stuff section. And yes, we need to divide this time by 100. So boom, boom, it's going to go in there. And that 0 again doesn't have value. We don't need it. Wouldn't matter if you wrote it. You get away with it, but you don't need it. So 19.2 is our answer. And then in the third question, part C, we've got 9600. I'm going to divide by 10,000. So the decimal point is at the end. We're going to go back, divide by 10, 100, 1,000, and then 10,000. Okay, so we're going to pop the decimal point here. It was here. It's now here. Pop a 0 in front of it. So we're going to get the answer 0.96. And there's the answer to that question. We don't need those other 2 zeros because they have no value. Okay, I'm just going to move myself over to the other side of the screen again, like that. Magic. And then we've got Emmy. in question 3. So a contextual example, again, Emmy and Femi. And Emmy has got £3.80 and Femi has got 200 times more than Emmy has. How much money does Femi have? So it's a pretty simple contextual example that I've made for you here. If Emmy's got £3.80 and Femi has got 2 times more, we take the £3.80, 3.8, all right, as a number without that 0 on, doesn't have to have that 0 on, and we're going to multiply it by 2. I'm just going to use the Chinese box method of multiplication here. Okay, our decimal will pop in here, all right, down that slide there, and then we're going to get 16, we're going to get 6, and we're going to have 6 there, 7 there, and that would be 7.6 or £7.60 if we're thinking about it in terms of money, because it's in context. And that would be if Femi had 2 times more, but remember Femi's got 200 times more, so we move the decimal place, boom, boom, 2 spaces to the right, and that will give us our final answer of £760, and that's how much money Femi has. You could make they could make this question just slightly harder by saying how much more money does Femi have than Emmy, and therefore you'd have to take away the £3.80 from the 760. It's just a little bit more information that they might pop into a question that you have to be careful of and mindful of. But there you go. That's how you deal with problems like this. Again, click in the description for the link to an example like this. Practice yourself, because that's what the key is. Don't just watch my videos, please practice. That's the thing that's going to make the biggest difference. And yeah, like the videos if you like them, if you found them useful, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Tell your mates, tell everybody that you're learning some things from watching these videos, and they're quite quick and they're easy to understand, and be pleasant about them, and that would be lovely. And I'll make loads more, all right, and hopefully you'll get something from it. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.